If a woman wants a serious relationship with you, trust me, she won't leave you guessing. Women don't invest their time, emotions, and energy into a man unless they see long-term potential. The problem is, most men are blind to the signals and either waste time overanalyzing or miss their shot completely. A serious woman operates differently from one who's just looking for attention or temporary fun. She communicates, invests, and positions herself in ways that reveal her true intentions, if you know what to look for. But here's the hard truth. Most men confuse mixed signals with genuine interest and end up chasing women who never saw them as anything more than entertainment. That's why today we're going to strip away the confusion. By the end of this, you'll know the exact 7 behaviors a woman shows when she's ready to commit for real. And when you learn to recognize them, you'll stop wasting time on the wrong women and finally spot the one who actually sees a future with you. 1. She invests consistently in you. When a woman wants a serious relationship, the first and most undeniable sign is consistency. Pay attention, because this is where most men get fooled. Any woman can send a sweet text one day, give you attention for a weekend, and then vanish into silence for a week. That's not interest, that's entertainment. But when a woman is serious, she shows up regularly, not randomly. Her effort doesn't come in bursts, it comes in steady actions. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Men often ignore this because they're addicted to the highs of hot and cold women. They think the roller coaster means passion, when in reality, it just means confusion. A woman who wants something real with you will remove the confusion entirely. She won't make you guess. Think about it. When she texts you, it's not just surface-level fluff. She doesn't just reply. She engages. She asks questions. She follows up on details from your last conversation because she's paying attention. If you mentioned a big meeting at work, she'll ask how it went. If you were sick last week, she'll check in to see if you're better. That's not small talk. That's investment. Most men overlook these details, but this is the foundation of seriousness. Consistency also shows up in her time. She doesn't just see you when it's convenient. She makes space for you. Even if her schedule is busy, she finds a way to fit you in because that's what people do when they value someone. And here's the key. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to chase her down for attention. She naturally gives it because she's trying to build, not just consume. Here's where a lot of men sabotage themselves. When they see this consistency, they either take it for granted or mistake it as clinginess. Wrong. This is the clearest sign she's in it for the long haul. Clinginess is desperation. Consistency is commitment. There's a difference. A desperate woman drains you, while a serious woman matches your energy and effort, making the connection grow stronger over time. So, if you're wondering whether she sees you as a short-term distraction or long-term partner, look at her patterns. Is she steady, reliable, and present in your life? Or is she unpredictable, leaving you questioning her every move? Because here's the reality. A woman who wants a serious relationship doesn't make you wonder where you stand. Her consistency answers the question for you. 2. She includes you in her future plans. One of the strongest signs that a woman wants a serious relationship is how she talks about the future. Most men miss this completely because they're too focused on the present moment. Whether she's texting back, whether the date went well, whether the vibe feels good. But here's the truth. When a woman is thinking long-term, her words and actions naturally shift. She starts weaving you into her future without making it feel forced. And if you pay attention, you'll notice it in the little things she says. For example, she doesn't just talk about going out this weekend. She talks about things you could do months from now, like concerts, vacations, or family events. She'll say things like, "Next summer, we should go hiking there," or "That restaurant just opened. We have to try it sometime." It might sound casual, But what she's really doing is imagining you still being around. That's not just flirtation. That's projection of commitment. Women don't plan their lives around men they don't take seriously. It's not just about trips or fun plans either. A serious woman will gradually involve you in deeper conversations, career goals, where she wants to live, what kind of life she's building. And here's the key. She doesn't frame it as her future. She frames it as our future. That subtle language shift, we instead of I, is a dead giveaway. Most men don't catch it, but women don't use we by accident. If she's using it, she's aligning her vision with yours. Now let's be clear. Not every mention of the future means she wants to marry you tomorrow. Some women talk big, but never follow through. That's why you have to look for consistency between her words and her actions. Does she actually make plans and stick to them? Does she put effort into creating shared experiences with you? Or does she just throw out vague ideas and disappear when it's time to act? A serious woman doesn't just dream out loud. She commits to building something real. The uncomfortable truth most men ignore is this. If she never includes you in her future plans, it's because she doesn't see you there. It's that simple. When a woman values you long-term, she doesn't leave the future blank. She fills it in with you standing beside her. 3, she opens up emotionally and lets you. When a woman is serious about you, she doesn't just give you her time, she gives you her vulnerability. And this is where you separate casual interest from real commitment. A woman who only sees you as temporary will keep things on the surface. She'll talk about her day, complain about work, maybe joke around, but she'll never peel back the layers. Why? Because emotional investment is risky, and women don't risk with men they don't see as long-term. But when she wants a serious relationship, she starts opening the doors to her inner world. That means she shares her fears, her insecurities, her dreams, the things most people don't get to see. She might tell you about her struggles growing up, the pressure she feels at work, or her hopes for where she wants her life to go. And here's the key. She doesn't just share to vent. She shares because she trusts you. She's testing if you can handle her truth without judgment. Most men fail here because they either dismiss her feelings or try to fix everything immediately. Wrong move. What she's looking for is not a mechanic to repair her problems, but a partner who can hold space for them. Notice how this plays out in small ways. If she's had a rough day, she doesn't just brush it off or tell you everything's fine. Instead, she lets you see her frustrations, maybe even her tears. She chooses you as the person to lean on. That's not weakness, that's investment. A woman who wants something serious isn't afraid to be real because she's not auditioning anymore. She's already chosen you, and now she's asking, can you handle all of me, the good and the bad? This is also where you'll see a shift in the way she talks about conflict. A casual fling will avoid heavy conversations because it's not worth the effort. But a serious woman will address problems directly. If something bothers her, she brings it up because she doesn't want resentment to grow. That honesty might feel uncomfortable at times, but it's proof she sees you as long-term. She'd rather work through issues with you than walk away. So here's the bottom line. If she's opening up emotionally, if she trusts you with her secrets, her struggles, and her dreams, take it seriously. Because women don't hand over their emotional world to a man unless they're looking at him as more than just a chapter. They're looking at him as part of the whole story. 4. She prioritizes you in her life. One of the clearest signs that a woman wants a serious relationship is when you move from being an option to being a priority. And let's be honest, most men get stuck in the option zone without even realizing it. They accept crumbs of attention, late-night replies, and last-minute plans because they confuse minimal effort with interest. But here's the truth. When a woman sees you as someone she wants a future with, you will never feel like an afterthought. She makes you a priority, and her actions prove it. Pay attention to her schedule. A woman who is just passing time with you will only meet when it's convenient for her. but a woman who is serious will shift things around to see you. Even if she's busy, she'll carve out space in her life because that's what investment looks like. She doesn't just fit you into the leftover hours of her week. She deliberately makes time. And this is huge because time is the most valuable thing anyone can give. A woman who prioritizes you isn't giving you scraps. She's giving you the main course. It's not only about scheduling, though. Look at how she treats your needs. If you're sick, she checks in or even shows up with something to help. If you're stressed, she listens and supports you instead of brushing it off. If you have an important event, she remembers it and wishes you well, or better, she shows up to cheer you on. This is what prioritization looks like. She weaves herself into your life because she wants to grow with you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Too many men chase women who are constantly too busy for them. They justify it thinking, she has a lot going on, or she'll come around eventually. Number A, serious woman makes space for you, period. Because when a woman truly values you, she doesn't let you dangle on the sidelines. She pulls you into the center of her world. And here's the flip side. Prioritization doesn't mean she drops her entire life for you. It means she balances her own responsibilities while still making you feel seen, valued, and important. That's the sweet spot of commitment. If she's consistently showing up, consistently making time, consistently putting in effort, you're not just another guy. You're the guy she's choosing to build something real with. 5. She introduces you to her inner circle. When a woman is truly serious about you, she won't keep you hidden. She won't treat you like some secret she's afraid to reveal. Instead, she starts weaving you into the most important parts of her life. Her family, her closest friends, and her inner circle. And make no mistake, this is not a small thing. Women don't casually bring men into their world unless they see real potential. If she's introducing you to the people who matter most to her, that's her way of saying, you matter too. Think about it. If you've ever been someone's casual option, you know the difference. She keeps you separate from her personal life. You don't meet her friends, you don't hear about family gatherings, and if you bump into someone she knows, she'll downplay who you are. That's not commitment, that's compartmentalization. But when she's serious, she wants her world and your world to merge. She'll invite you to a dinner with her friends or casually suggest you come along to a family event. And here's the key. She pays close attention to how you fit in. Women know that long-term relationships don't exist in isolation. If her family and friends can see you're good for her, it reassures her that she's choosing wisely. This also shows up in the way she talks about you to others. When her friends already know details about your life, your job, or even your habits, that means she's been bringing you up in conversations. She's proud of you, and she wants people close to her to know you exist. That's not what women do with men they're keeping temporary. That's what women do with men they want in their future. Now here's the uncomfortable truth most men don't realize. If months go by and she still hasn't introduced you to anyone important in her life, that's a red flag. A serious woman wants alignment. She doesn't hide her partner. She makes it clear to the world that you're someone worth standing beside her. So if she's letting you into her inner circle, don't take it lightly. This is her way of investing deeply and testing whether you can integrate into her life long term. Because when a woman is serious, it's not just about the two of you in private. It's about how you fit into the bigger picture of her world. 6. She supports your growth and pushes you to be better. A woman who wants a serious relationship isn't just looking for comfort or companionship, she's looking for partnership. And partnership means growth. If a woman is serious about you, she will actively encourage your progress. She won't hold you back, she won't discourage you, and she won't see your ambitions as competition. Instead, she'll push you forward because she understands that your success is tied to the strength of the relationship. A woman who wants something long-term knows that if you grow, you both grow. Notice how she responds when you talk about your goals. If she's casual, she'll nod, maybe give you a generic, "That's cool," and then switch the topic back to herself. But if she's serious, she'll lean in. She'll ask questions, offer ideas, and motivate you when you doubt yourself. She'll celebrate your wins, even the small ones, and remind you of your potential when you forget it. That's not just interest, that's investment. This support shows up in practical ways too. If you're working on a project late into the night, she understands instead of guilt-tripping you. If you're trying to build discipline with fitness or business, she respects the boundaries you set. And sometimes, she'll challenge you directly. She might call you out when you're being lazy, or remind you when you're slipping on your commitments. At first, that might sting. But understand this: a woman who challenges you to be better is a woman who sees a future with you. She's not nitpicking to tear you down. She's sharpening you because she believes in your potential. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Women who aren't serious will either distract you from your mission or drain your energy with unnecessary drama. They'll get upset when you focus on your goals because it takes attention away from them. A serious woman is the opposite. She aligns with your mission because she wants to build alongside you, not against you. So ask yourself, does she encourage you, push you, and believe in your vision? Or does she pull you into cycles of stagnation and distraction? Because a woman who wants a serious relationship will never compete with your growth. She'll contribute to it. And that's how you know she's not just looking for a moment with you. She's looking for a lifetime built with you. 7. She shows loyalty. Through actions, not just words. At the end of the day, the strongest proof that a woman wants a serious relationship is her loyalty. And I'm not just talking about whether she cheats or not. Loyalty runs deeper than physical exclusivity. It's about where her focus, energy, and commitment truly lie. When a woman is serious, her actions will speak louder than any sweet words she throws at you. You won't have to constantly question where she stands, because her loyalty will show itself in the way she consistently chooses you over distractions. Think about it. A woman who's just casually interested will keep her options open. She might still flirt with other guys, keep old flames lingering in her DMS, or behave in ways that make you question her intentions. But when she's serious, she closes those doors on her own. She won't keep men orbiting around her because she doesn't need backup plans. She invests fully in you, not because you demanded it, but because she decided you're worth her commitment. That's real loyalty. Loyalty also shows up in how she defends and respects you when you're not around. If her friends criticize you, she doesn't sit there quietly. She stands up for you. If someone tries to disrespect you, she makes it clear where she stands. That's because she's not just in it for convenience. She's in it for the long haul. She knows that loyalty isn't proven when things are easy. It's proven when things get tough. You'll also see it in the way she navigates conflict with you. Every couple has arguments, but a loyal woman doesn't use fights as an excuse to run off, flirt with others, or play games. She fights to fix things, not to replace you. She doesn't dangle ultimatums or threaten to leave every time things get rocky. Instead, she works through it with you, because in her mind, the bond you share is worth protecting. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A woman who is serious about you doesn't need to constantly say she's loyal. She proves it through consistency, boundaries, and commitment. Words are easy, actions are evidence. So if you're trying to figure out where you stand, stop listening to promises and start watching patterns. Because when a woman wants a serious relationship, she doesn't make loyalty optional. She makes it non-negotiable. Here's the bottom line. When a woman truly wants a serious relationship, she won't leave you confused or second-guessing. She'll prove it through consistency, future planning, emotional openness, prioritizing you, introducing you to her circle, supporting your growth, and showing unwavering loyalty. These aren't random acts. They're clear investments. The mistake most men make is ignoring these signs while chasing women who give them nothing but mixed signals. Stop settling for uncertainty. Pay attention to the patterns, because when a woman is serious, you won't have to force her commitment. You'll see it in everything she does.